in the real estate market. This gentleman, I tell you, he loves to make money, but more importantly, he loves to help other people make money. And I've known him for many years, and he's always been a servant leader. So that is my mentor, my adopted son, whether he likes it or not. That is none other than the money-making Mr. Jacob Mickle.
Wow, wow, wow. How you doing, Miss Leah?
I am doing phenomenally well, Mr. Mickle. I'm super excited, have my pen and paper ready, and I'm ready to take copious notes.
Well, you need to get ready because it's going to be a hot one tonight, ladies. I can tell you that right now. I see Mr. Ron Walk out there. What's up, my guy? But yes. Man, I am excited to be back, man. I've been gone since Friday. Just walked in the house. I was talking to Mr. Gordon Clark. He called me and said, Mr. Mickle, you gonna make it? I was like, I'll be home in time, sir. Because my flight landed at 8:30, and had to get your bags, get your car, and get into your car and go all that. And we had the family with you, they move a little slower than you, right? But other than that, man, I had a great time, man. And so I'm ready. Hope everybody had a great weekend so far. And I don't know what the numbers look like, but I've been able to check the telegrams, saw some people welcomes, people, from the flyers and everything. So I want to start off by saying that, and any of these interview guys that's new, that's on the line tonight, man, congratulations and welcome to the family, man. We definitely, glad you chose Extreme, because there's a lot of companies out there, Forex trading companies, other companies that's out there, but we're glad you picked and chose us, man. And we're going to do everything that we possibly can to serve you in the manner that you sign up for. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to pretty much get myself out the way. Last week, we went through making a list, sorting that list, and tonight we're going to talk about inviting and recruiting. But what we're going to do is recap on that stuff. And that's what we're going to do every week. We're just going to, whoever's presenting, you're just going to, touch on it. That's not their trading topic, but they're going to touch on it, spend a couple of, a minute or whatever on it, a couple of seconds on it, boom, just to hit it, to get into their topic that's coming up, okay? And that's just what we're going to do. It's more is like a little quick recap, all right? So, but this week, man, we have one of our top money earners in the company right now. He's moving and grooving and shaking, and his team is on fire, and they are just doing some incredible things right now. You guys hear from the guy inside of our academy, Mr. Mindset, I call him, and man, I'm just glad that guy. I mean, he and I connected, and I knew. When I went down to visit him and his team down in Mobile, I could see that, this guy has some great, skill sets that, that can bring value to where Extreme is going. And I'm glad that he's showing the value, showing the skills that he has to help us get to the next level. So without further ado, I would like to bring my good friend, my business partner, Mr. Gordon Clark. Are you out there, sir?
Yes, sir. How you doing, King? Hey,
boy, you gonna show your face, huh? You gonna show your face, huh?
Hey, they gotta see it.
Man. I know that's right, brother.
I always heard leaders put they face in the camera. Hey,
I need to show mine.
Say again, King.
I said I need to go ahead and show my face. Then
yes, sir. I love it. Mr. Apex are awesome, man. How you doing? That is my guy right there, man. Love everything you've been doing, all the energy. Hey, everybody, give some love to our founder, man. Jacob, man, welcome back. I think we all been living precariously through you already, seeing your pictures and videos and stuff. And hey, we getting ready to go and get some R&R ourselves down at the yacht party. And we're still going to get our learn on at the Traders Boot Camp, all right? So y'all put that energy inside the chat. And y'all know what I always say, you want to match the energy that you want to see inside of your bank account. Well, guess what? This guy right here is the reason that all of our bank accounts is filling up. So y'all put some real love in the chat for Mr. Mr. Money Making Mickle himself. Welcome home, brother, man. Welcome home. So thank you for having me on this call. I'm not going to be too long. Y'all know me. I like to be effective without being eternal. All right. So I'm not going to be here for very long, but I will be very, very strong. All right. So let me hop into today's training. We're going to touch on some things from last week as well. Like I said, we're going to recap. We're going to recap. So if y'all are ready, go ahead, flood the chat with some sevens right now. Let me know that we're all on the court. You got something to write with. For the people that are on their phones, you're ready to start screenshotting some of this stuff. All right, because it's going to be a good one tonight, man. Oh, man, I love the energy already. Let's go. All right, so let's get to it, ladies and gentlemen. First things first, let's go ahead and get to it. All right, so when we get started, everybody put the word why down, because we always say, what is your why? Okay, what is your why? You want to make sure that that is at the forefront. You got to have fuel, right? This is a vehicle. We got to fuel up that vehicle. All right. We want to make sure that our driving force is going to push us. It's going to be some times where you don't want to get up and make that phone call, or you don't want to go and do that PS3, or you don't want to go through the system. You got to remember your why. So I want to make sure that everybody has their success environment. You hear us talk about this all the time. All right. Putting your success environment around you, writing your goals down. When I wake up, I literally have goals on my rooftop. All right. Not on my rooftop, but on my ceiling. So when I open my eyes, the first thing that I'm going to see is goals. When I look in the mirror to get ready, I'm going to see goals. When I go to brush my teeth, I'm going to see goals in the mirror. If I go to the refrigerator, I'm going to have goals on the refrigerator. When I leave the house, anybody say you leave the house, you want to make sure that yourself is covered? Well, covered, right? I have goals on my door, right? And I'm going to speak them in abundance. You want to remember what your why is. So when it comes to that, before we even touch on this, we want to make sure that we start off right. What do you want from this business? These are the things that's driving you to success, right? You want to ask yourself this. What do you want from this business? What is more important to you about creating more financial and time freedom in your life? You want to know that. Okay, you want to know why it's important for you to do whatever it is that you said that your goal is, and what would an extra $600,000 per month possibly? How's that going to impact your life? All right, how is that? Whether it be $500, whether it be $25. All right, whatever goals that you have, how is that going to impact the life right now? You want to remember why you're doing it, because sometimes, can we all agree that sometimes when it comes to this thing that we call life, life will make us forget the reason why we started in the first place. And anytime that you get to the point where you feel like you just want to quit, I want to say this before we even really get tough into tonight's lesson. It's never going to be for nothing until you quit. All right, write that down. It's never going to be for nothing until you quit. If you don't proceed, the thing is, when we start talking about those success stories, everybody wants to hear about the success story. Right? And that's typically the person that overcame adversity. Nobody wants to hear about the person that quit. The person that quit never changed history. All right. The person that quit never changed the course of anybody's life. So I want you to really think about why it is that you're doing this. All right. And there's a couple of things that you want to have to hit that prerequisite. All right. All right. So on our way to platinum, because we're all going platinum. Can we put some platinums in the chat? Because we all know platinum is $10,000 a month, right? That's going to be really the starting point. We're going to get to the point where we're just popping platinums over and over and over. I want to get to a point to where we're popping at least a couple of platinum a week. It's going to happen. All right. So what? Number one is what? Everyone knows what they want to do. All right. Whether you want to make more money, you want to travel more, everybody knows what it is that they want to do. Now, everybody doesn't know how they're going to do it. All right. Some do, but everybody doesn't know how they're going to do it. So the people that know how they're going to do it, these are the goal setters. These are the people that take action. All right. When you know exactly how you're going to do it, it makes it so much easier. All right. To go ahead and put something into effect. All right. How many people know how they're going to do it? And let me give you a hint. You're already a part of it. All right. It's how, right? Now, why? When we get back to that word why, very few people know why they're doing what it is that they do. And this is the reason why I want you to start off with your why, because when you figure out why you're working for your dreams, it gives your what a purpose. All right. When you figure out what your why is, it gives your what a purpose. And when the why is strong enough, the how will figure it out itself every single time. Every single time it'll figure itself out. All right. So what you can do is only limited by what you allow yourself to believe is possible. Y'all heard the song Big, right? I want y'all to dream big. I want you to realize that where you at right now is not your final destination. This is a checkpoint. Guess what? The goal you set already is a checkpoint. So let's go ahead and dive into it real quick when it comes to goals. Because to me, goal stands for get on another level. See, we've been at this level for too long. Anybody feel like it's time to level up? If y'all with me, if y'all think that it's a time to level up, go ahead and put level up in the chat right now. Because that's exactly what this training is about. All right. So I want you to think about this when you're setting your goals. If your goal is not stretching you, if it's not challenging you to elevate, then it doesn't belong on your goal list. It belongs to your to-do list. All right. Let me say that again. If your goal isn't stretching you, if it's not challenging you to elevate, then it doesn't belong on your goal list. It belongs on your to-do list. Let me give you an example. If I wake up and say, hey, I got a goal to brush my teeth today. First of all, if that is a goal of yours to brush your teeth, we need to talk after this class because that's a problem. All right. That belongs on your to-do list. It's not really stretching you. Okay. If you've done it before already, it's not stretching you. I want you to make your goal so big it's believable, but at the same time, it scares you just a little bit. I want you to really push yourself. Okay. Now, once we've set that goal, I want you to think about this. All right. Once you set that goal, how are you going to take action on accomplishing that goal? When are you going to accomplish this goal? Why is it important for you to accomplish this goals? You want to ask yourself those questions for every single goal that you have on that list. All right. If you're going to do this, go ahead and drop a 1. All right. For every single goal that you have on that list, you want to ask yourself those questions. What is that goal? How are you going to take action in accomplishing those goals? By when are you going to? So you got to give yourself a deadline, right? You want to give yourself a reason, create your own sense of urgency. And why is it important for you to accomplish these goals? For every goal that you have, I want you to screenshot this and I want you to ask yourself that question and answer it. And matter of fact, for those who don't do it, I want to see y'all write it down. Drop a screenshot inside of the chat after this call once you finish doing it. I want to see how many people are really going to take a step because I promise you, the people that fill this out and follow these steps, they're going to be the next leaders of this company. They're going to be the next ones that really push and sets the standard. Okay. Now you're going to set your 90-day goal. You're going to set your 6-month goal, and you're going to set your 1 to 5 year goal. And you're going to ask yourself, will this current action bring me closer or further away from the life that I say that I want? Whether it's talking to different people, is this conversation going to get me closer to the life that I say that I want? Whether it's what I'm listening to on the radio, what I'm watching on TV, what I'm doing with my idle time. See, a thing is, a lot of us have a lot of idle time, and we'll say that we don't have time to better ourselves in this business or this goal. And a lot of times it's because we haven't revisited our why. We're not even thinking about it because we're used to being on this schedule called a job. All right. All right. So with this success happening, all right, begin with the end in mind. I want you to visualize that goal. And for each week, all right, I want you to block out 1 hour per week to review your goal. So I'm going to give y'all 2 seconds. I want you to pick a day out of the week. You ain't got to put it in the chat. Or matter of fact, do put it in the chat. Pick a day out of the week. Put it in the chat that you're going to take 1 hour out of the week and review your goals. All right. One day, everybody put your day of the week inside the chat. But one day out of this week, I want you to make 1 hour to review your goals. And I want you to get yourself an accountability partner. And I want you to reassess quarterly. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? This is a business. Well, guess what? The reason a lot of us aren't being successful because we're not looking at this like a business. For some people, it's a social group. For some people, it's a hobby. For us, this is business. This is a family. This is a movement. This is culture. This is a lot of things. Ladies and gentlemen, success is not given. It is earned. So if we want to have success, we got to put ourselves on the same frequency of success. All right. If I'm talking to you, let me know now. All right. I want to make sure. So these are going to be 7 skills that we're going to master. All right. And I'm going to talk about a couple of them today. All right. Prospecting, inviting, presenting, following up, closing, launching a new member, and your people development. I'm going to tell you one thing right now. For those who don't have the Core Academy, you're missing out on a lot of mindset. You're missing out on the great trainings that Mrs. Tanya Gonzalez gives every single week. All right. If you haven't gotten that, I'm gonna tell you, one of the best ways to start really taking yourself to the next level, start investing in yourself. All right. Matter of fact, write it down on your paper for your notes. Hey, I'll get started in the Core Academy. I'm gonna tell you, when your mind is right, everything else follows. All right. So let's take a look here. When we reviewed last week about our prospect list, these are some of the things that I put. Oh, let's go. Okay, Jennifer, putting it up in Spanish. All right. Tuesday, let's get it. All right. So on your list right here, I want you to look at this. I want you to look at this. These are some of the things that I use for my list when I break it down. Remember, he said, write down your list. Now, he told you to do 5. People, my team know I'm like, I want it all. So this is something that I do for the people that write a list. Here's a hack that I do for myself. I tell them to write down everybody, go through your phone and put everybody on there. Then we're going to start Xing people out. So just make a list. It don't matter. Make a list of everybody. We're going to start Xing people out. And watch this, because we want to get quality people. So number 1, I look for people that are actively looking for a part-time job. Because remember, we talk about people that got their back against the wall. We're going to start looking for those people too. Right? Actively looking for a part-time job. People that are ambitious and enthusiastic. People that have an entrepreneur mindset. You're going to see those a lot on social media, right? You're going to see a lot of those people in the community. People that are caring, fun, friendly. People that are goal-oriented. People that are natural leaders. So you're going to start looking at those list of names that you got out of your phone, email list. I look at everybody. And I start checking, see if they hit one of these, right? Single moms and dad. Let me tell you something. and y'all drop a 1 if y'all ever experienced this before. Have y'all ever had somebody say, hey, you know what? I want to get started. And then they talk to their significant other and they be like, nah, I don't want you to do that. That's a scam. All right. And then they come back and say, well, I want to get started. but my husband said, all right, absolutely, right? Let me tell you something. When you have a single parent, mom or dad, they know that they're the first and last line of defense. All right. And a lot of times their back is against the wall. They have that, hey, I got to make something happen for my child. And they're willing to try new things. And they don't have to go through as many checks. All right. I'm going to tell you, you'll see. She said, I can absolutely. Miss Nashiva Star, how you doing? All right. She said, I'm a single mom. Absolutely. When I give you this list, these are tried and true. Trust me. Team players. How many people know somebody that plays on a team? Football, basketball, college kids. All right. They're used to working in a group environment. So a lot of times, outstanding queen, a lot of times when you start targeting football teams, basketball teams, youth groups, you'll get the whole group. I'm giving y'all a lot of hacks. All right. You'll get the whole group. Why? They're already used to team, and then they're going to bring the camaraderie and they're going to bring a culture. And that's when you're going to get your first super group that pushes through. A lot of times we say, hey, I don't want to build this because they think that they got to do it by themselves. If you create a culture where people are working together, then you're going to get a lot more push in your organization. All right. People that don't like their job. I think that one's self-explanatory, right? Have y'all ever looked online and saw people say, hey, I hate this job. I'm tired of going in. They're looking for something else too. They're looking for something else too. People that have network marketing experience. Now this one right here, I should have put a star by this one too. Let me tell you the reason I say that. How many people can agree that we have the #1 compensation plan out there? All right. Do y'all know anybody else that's giving $1 million a month? That's got the same type of fast start bonus? That's got the same type? Absolutely, right? So here's the thing, because I brought in people with the compensation plan alone. Because a lot of times we'll say, well, they're already working with TLC, or they're already at Epic, or they're already at IML, or they're already, let me tell you something. When you put this compensation plan in their face, all they see is dollar signs. All right. Absolutely. It's the best comp plan it is out there. All right. So if you got that, why not leverage what you have? So when you see people that's doing a network marketing experience, go ahead and have a conversation. Don't be, oh man, they're already doing this. I can't approach them. Let me tell you something. A lot of people on this call right now. How many people on this call? Drop a 1 if you used to be in a different network marketing company besides this one. Let me see how many people got a 1 up in here. All right. Do y'all see what's going on? All right. I'm just proving a point here. So this is another one that's really a money maker right here. Number 11, children that are in college. I'm gonna tell you something. If you've ever been to college, everybody knows that we'll do almost anything to make ends meet. Okay, so they're gonna come in. They're gonna come in with the hunger. All right, some of the, absolutely, she said they're broke, pretty much. All right, but their back is against the wall. You're looking for those people who've got that back against the wall mentality. Those are going to be the people that's going to make it happen. They're going to be hungry when they come in. All you got to do is give them a system. Can we all agree that we have a system over here at Extreme? Let's leverage that system. Let's go ahead and help them get what they need. Another one, the last one, this is one of my favorite, a dangerous job. Let me tell you something. If you got a person that's risking their life to go to work, if you can show them how to make the same amount of money or more without them putting their life on the line, can you all agree, or can we all agree, that more than likely they're going to say, okay, I can make this kind of money and I ain't got to worry about if I'm going to make it back home. Matter of fact, I don't need to leave home. All right. So we really put a thought into how we're making this list. So again, write everybody down, because I like to do process of elimination, because I want people to qualify. You want to make sure that they got a job, that they can afford this, but you also want to make sure that they got the mindset to really pursue this. See, a lot of times, y'all know what we do a lot of times? We pursue people that are comfortable, that don't show any type of interest in change. What I mean by that? If you got a list of people that are comfortable, they don't want anything else, they got their feet kicked up, there's no urgency on that. They're what we call comfortable. They don't want to grow. You know what the first thing is going to happen when they reach adversity? Well, I don't really need this. I already got a car. I already got a house. I already retired. I already got a... Do y'all see where we're going here? Now, you want to make sure that they can afford it. You don't want to put them in a bind, but you also want to make sure that they got that back to the wall mentality. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't go after those people too, because you do. But you also want to make sure that they got a why. And you want to look for that why, and this system is going to help them bring it out. They're going to tell you, you follow the system, they're going to tell you how to close them. Now, when you start inviting, let's get into today's lesson. Here's a couple of things, y'all. You want to be yourself when you're inviting people. When I say be yourself, how many people know that we do this right here? We'll talk a certain type of way to people, right? But the moment we start talking about business, we'll be like, so hello, Daryl Pollock. I would like to invite you to the... No, you do not talk like that. And especially if you're talking to your warm market, the people that you talk to all the time, why are you changing who you are? Am I making sense? So as soon as they hear your voice change and you channel your inner Steve Urkel, they know right now, oh man, they finna get ready to try to sell me something. Right, the Harvard voice. Absolutely. All right. So let me tell you, be yourself. People, this is a people business, right? They're going to buy into you. The reason they're even entertaining you is because they love you. You are the star of the show. Bask in that glory. Be yourself. Okay. Now, also be in a hurry. I can't stress this enough, because this right here, be in a hurry. And you're going to see as we go along why that plays such a key thing. But you want to be in a hurry. All right. The longer you take, the more questions they're going to ask, and the longer you're going to stall out your own fire. Okay. So it's not your job to explain everything. All right. Everybody, if you hear what I'm saying right here, put a 3 in the chat, because we're on number 3. You want to be the trailer, not the movie. You're piquing interest. You're not giving a full presentation. You're piquing interest. So you're going to be the trailer, but you're not going to be the movie. Your job is to get them in front of the expert. That is the only thing your job is to do. A lot of times I hear people say, hey, Gordon, I want you to talk to this person. Hey, Glenn, guess what? So we have this company. It does trading. It has US 30 Academy. It has what are you doing? You're doing too much. Be the trailer, not the movie. Okay? You're not trying to close them at this point. You're getting as many touches, because the more touches, the more interactions you have, the better chances it is for you to close them. But you're building rapport during this process. Okay. Set the appointment. Clear your time and date. Y'all ever did this before? Hey man, what you doing tomorrow? They're going to ask you probably why, right? Why is that? Because they want to see if they're doing something tomorrow, depending on what your answer is. All right. So you want to make sure you set that, you want to clear that time and date ahead. And I'm going to talk about that in a second. Send your guests a reminder text 1 hour before your scheduled appointment. Anybody ever invited somebody to an appointment, to the prospect call, and they act like they forgot? Anybody did that before? All right. You want to make sure that you send that hour text. All right. Let them know. Okay. Another thing, let your upline leader know of your pending appointment and potential exposure. Let me tell you why this is so important, and so many people skip this part right here. It's because, let's say, for instance, Daryl Pollock brought in a person, all right, and they got him on a prospect call. Now we want to do a three-way close, right? We want to do that three-way call. But your upline does not know that you have somebody on the call. And as such, he may have designated that time to somebody else. So a lot of times, if you just communicate, hey, upline, I got such and such on the call, more than likely, we're going to be giving you a call right afterwards. All right. If y'all understand that, drop a 1. Okay. Even if you're finna do a three-way call, you want to make sure that you're communicating with your upline. Okay. This even helps after you bring them on. Trust me, it does. Because a lot of us will bring in a person, and the only person they know is us. And since that's the only person they know, the only person they're going to call for every single thing is who? You. But you created that culture. You want to get them accustomed to the community. You want to really get them tied into the family. All right. Can we all agree that there's a wealth of knowledge collectively in this unit? Okay. So you want to really work as a team when we're doing this system. All right. Number 7, remember the 4 S's. I live by this. Some will, some won't. So what? Someone else is waiting. A lot of us put our business on somebody else's schedule. Oh, well, I talked to this person. They said that they were going to sign up on Wednesday, and you finish because you sit there and you wait on that person when you should be tap rooting. You should be going on and getting more people, because the longer you wait, the more momentum you lose. Okay. Now, moving on. People that's on your prospect list. All right. We went over that part. All right. So let's take a little cheat sheet on how to invite. All right. So let's say that your prospect is available. Okay. Let's say that, hey, Glenn Plowden, I hope all is well. If you have a quick second, can everybody still hear me? Somebody just wrote me and said they couldn't hear me. If you can hear me, drop a 1. If you can hear me, drop a 1. Outstanding. All right. So I don't know why you can't hear me, but go ahead and, see if you can. There you go. Okay, cool. All right. Now, all right, if your prospect is available, check it out. Hey, hope all is well. I only got a quick second, but would you happen to be available tomorrow at 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard? Right? Now, yeah, I'm good. Why? What's up? Because they're going to always ask why. Good to hear. Hey, I'm working on something big and you came to mind. Love to get your opinion on it. Since you're available tomorrow at 8:00, right? Let's chat then. Sounds good? Right? Yep, works for me. That's real simple. Sometimes they're going to do what, though? Let's say, for instance, they say that they're not available. Or sometimes they'll say this, I ain't got nothing that I know of. Why? What's up? Okay. I like to leverage. I really like to use this one. Hey, I met somebody that's extremely successful, because you're edifying that speaker. You want to give them a reason. Hey, I met this dude, such and such. You can speak the way you speak, but I'm giving you a general script, but you can speak the way you speak. Remember, be you. But I met somebody that's extremely successful. You want to edify them. I need you to give me about 30 minutes of your time. I can only invite a few people. All right. But I have a seat with your name on it. I need you to be there. So the people that are doing those PBRs, home events, and all of that stuff, this is a script for you. All right. Hey, I got a seat with your name on it. I already reserved it for you, but I need you to be there. This is big. All right. And I'm going to give y'all another cheat sheet too. If y'all got friends or family members, when y'all trying to invite them to an event like a Super Saturday or whatever, what I like to do is give them a role. I'm just giving y'all a little extra right here. All right. Anybody got like a dad or a significant other that they tolerate you doing this business, but they're not really involved? Well, honey, this is great. Hey, I need somebody to be at the door to check people in. Can you help me? Or can you bring the ice in? We're going to need such and such. Give them something, a reason to come, and they're going to be there. Okay. If y'all caught that, drop a 3. All right. Prospect. Sure. Thanks for thinking of me. I'll be there. Great. Call you then. All right. Have something to write with. Talk soon. Okay. Now, Let's say, for instance, that they're not available for a call or a through or whatever. All right. Hey, hope all is well. I don't have that much time. Right. Make sure you let them know that you ain't got that much time. And I want you to also hear the urgency in my voice. When you don't have a lot of time, how are you going to speak? Are you going to speak like this? Hey, Tanya, I hope all is well, but I don't have that much time. But what are you doing? Right? So I want you to speak with the urgency that you say that you have, okay? Because if you do that, remember, energy is what closes people. Absolutely, Devine and Glenn, you're going to speak in a hurry. Hey, look, hope all is well, but I don't have that much time. But look, what are you doing tomorrow? What are you doing tomorrow at 8 o'clock? Just by you being excited and in a hurry, they're going to be the same way. Hey, I'm well. Well, actually, I'm not free. Why? What's up? Do y'all notice that even though they said they wasn't free, they still asked what? Why? People are going to ask why every single time. I promise you, I've never heard somebody never say, why? That's going to happen. All right. Tell them, hey, it's all good. You're busy. I love it. I'm working on something big and I want to include you, but I'd love to get your opinion on it. I'm available on such and such day of the week because I like to give them a second option. I am available on Tuesday, or I am available on Wednesday at 8 o'clock. All right. Which one works better for you? That's an A/B close. You can use those as well. All right. Or this is one of my favorite. All right. One of my favorites when people say, okay, it's cool. I'm working on something big. You came to mind, wanted to share with you, but since you ain't, don't worry about it. It's all good. What did I just do? I took it away. What is it? Here's the thing, when people start asking you what it is, this one right here, and I say this over and over. Hey, it's 90% visual, and I really got to go. All right. It's 90% visual. I really got to go. I'll break it down to you, but when we're both free, but at 8 o'clock, speak to you then. These are multiple ways. I hope y'all are screenshotting these. These are multiple ways you can use either one of them. All of them work. I've done every single one of them. They all work. Okay. They're all using the same thing. Guess what they're saying? I'm in a hurry. I got something big. You want to be a part of it. If not, that's cool. We're going to move on. You're not spending all time. Do not spend major time on a minor situation. I promise you. Do not spend major time on a minor situation. Okay. The more questions you answer, the more questions they're going to ask back. Don't answer more than 2 questions. I really answer one and then I got to go. If you told somebody that you're in a hurry and then 5 minutes later you're still answering questions, that means that you should have been got them in front of the expert. All right. For my cold market people, because that's what your warm market people, from your cold market people, let's say you're at a gas station or you at the mall. Write this down or screenshot it. Everybody put a 3 in the chat. These 3 right here, I love to do this. Complement, connect, and convert. And I'm gonna say this again: complement, connect, and convert. Now, how does that work? I'm going to give a compliment, but I'm going to follow it up with a question. That way, I'm going to make sure that I have a conversation that just got started. Our whole goal is to really speed up the rapport, right? So I may walk up and say, hey, Leah Anderson, hey, I love that shirt you got on. Where'd you get it from? Do y'all see what I just did? Hey, Dolores, love those shoes. Where'd you get them from? All right. I followed up that compliment with the question. All right. As soon as they start talking, now you're going to connect. It's going to be a real short and genuine connection. All right. Make sure that they're having a great conversation. Listen to them. Don't be like, yeah. So I need you to, all right. Don't do that. Connect. All right. But it's going to be real quick. Be curious about it. You want to build rapport fast. All right. Then you're going to ask to connect via social media. Why do I say social media? You can ask for phone numbers too, but it's been shown that most people don't mind giving you social media like a Facebook or Instagram versus their phone number. How many people, if a stranger just walked up to you that you just met and they say, hey, give me your phone number, you'd be like, huh? Right? We don't like people calling us. It's an invasion of our space. But what we've been shown that over 85 to 90% will give a stranger their social media. Matter of fact, most of the people on your social media are what? Strangers. They're strangers. How many people got somebody on their social media right now that they don't know for real? Drop a 1. All right, let's be honest. It's somebody on, I don't care if it's 3 people. Everybody got somebody on their social media that they do not know who they are. They're a friend of a friend of a friend. Guess what? That's a customer. Okay. So have a genuine conversation. And then I like to follow it up with this. She said, most of them. Absolutely. So you got a lot of customers, Christina. Okay. I'm probably going to do a social media training in the future too. All right. So let's say, okay, Christina, hey, I know that we just met, but you seem really cool. Oh, what's your Instagram? Mine is, all right. Y'all notice how I offered mine first? Hey, I know we just met. You seem real cool, but what's your Instagram? Let me give you mine. I want to make sure that we stay connected. I may double back to the reason I started talking with them. Oh, yeah, man. Hey, let me give you my Instagram real quick. I got to get those shoes that you got on, bro. Like, I'm gonna be hitting you up. I mean, I like your style. All right. I just connected with them. Y'all know why I go for this first before I go for the real connection? The reason I go for this first before I go for the real connection, because when I go to reel them in on this next step, if they say no, they're still tied into me with social media. So can we agree that they're still going to see me living and doing this extreme lifestyle right in front of their face? So what they end up doing, even though they may tell me no on this next step, they're going to keep seeing me over and over. And guess what they're going to do? Double back. And we're going to sign up the person that told us no in the past. All right. So I go for social media because you're plugging them in. Even if they say no, you still plug them in. So that's why I say, hey, let me give you mine real quick. And we add each other. Boom, right then. I'm now in your news feed. All right. I'm downloading this right in front of your face. Subliminal. All right. Now, convert. Look, I know, all right. I know we just met, but I have my own business and you seem like a perfect fit for what I do. Are you open for making some additional income outside of what you're currently doing? All right. If they say yes, get them to the next webinar. If they say no, next. Guess what? It don't matter. They're already on your social media. If y'all caught that, drop a 1. All right. Real simple. Hey, look, I know we just met, but I have my own business and you seem like the perfect fit for what it is that I do. Are you open for making some additional income outside of what you're currently doing? So you're not threatening them by saying full-time. Y'all know the word part-time, all right? It's a trigger word for people. They love part-time. They don't want a full-time job. Most people want part-time. So if you say, hey, man, I can match what you making full-time. But if I said, hey, if I could show you how to make what you make full-time, part-time, how would you like that? Most people would like that part-time because most people want time. Matter of fact, they want time more than they want money a lot of times. All right. So when you say hey, are you open for making some additional income outside of what you're currently doing? Especially if you just presented yourself as a what? Business owner. Well, how many people understand that we are business owners? We're in a partnership with Extreme. Do we understand that? Look, I know we just met, but I have my own business and you seem like the perfect fit for what it is that I do. Are you open for making some additional income outside of what you're currently doing? If you're excited about that and you're smiling while you're saying that, almost every time I've ever said that sentence, it's a yes. It's a yes, because I've already complimented them. They like the way I make them feel. See, people buy off of what they feel, not by what you say. A lot of times we'll information them to death. Can we agree with that? So if you make them feel good, I started out with complimenting them, talking about their style, things that they're interested in, got a nice little conversation going, offered them into my world with social media, and then I just offered them a chance to make some money with me. And I already figured out they don't like their job anyway. And if they say no, it's cool. They're still tied into me. Guess what's going to happen? Life's going to continue to happen to them, and they're going to come back to me. All right. So once you get them to the call, this is the last part of the invite. All right. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this. But this is the last part of the invite. Once you got them to the call, this is something that I do because we don't want to feel like we trick them onto the call, because what happens if we trick them onto the call? Soon as the call starts, they're going to do what? Get off. Y'all see that? If they think that we're not on the call, matter of fact, put that in the star. Make sure that you're on the call as well. Make sure that you're at the event as well. Okay? Because if they don't know anybody and they don't see you, that's another reason for them to leave. All right. I really hope I'm making that real clear, because I've seen a lot of people say, hey, Gordon, I got 5 people that are going to be on the call, but I ain't going to be there. You might have wanted to at least introduce them to your upline or something so they can feel like they're all right with somebody. Okay. Absolutely crystal clear. All right. Now, you want to make sure that you have posture. You're going to make sure that you're confident and emotionally detached from the outcome. Listen to what I just said. Emotionally detached from the outcome. A lot of times somebody tell us no, and we be ready to quit. Oh man, well, I'm so sick. How many, if you've ever said this, let me know. I'm so everybody keeps saying that they're gonna come and they don't show up. I'm sick of people. Well, everybody keeps saying that they're gonna show up, and I don't get nobody. Let me tell you something. What you focus on is what's going to grow. And whatever energy that you have, if y'all been on any of my mindset trainings, y'all know that the energy that you put out attracts what you put out. So if you're focused on the things that are going wrong, are you really focused on what it is that you want? See, my stuff started growing when I started doing events. It was one person there. I've done some with it. As a matter of fact, some people on the call hopped on, and I was at the end of a prospect call with nobody on it, and I was still performing as if everybody had got on this prospect call. All right. I want you to visualize your future so much that you live in your future and not your present. I really want you to do that. And what's going to happen is you're going to get excited about it. And that excitement is going to travel to your customers. They're going to sign up because remember, it's how you make them feel. If you're excited about it, they're going to get excited about it too. It's really, I've gotten on so many prospect calls and I've botched up the call. I've messed up on almost every call I've ever done, but the energy that I project out there had everybody like, hey, yeah, I'm going to sign up with him. He excited. He lit. He whatever you think it is. They felt it through what I was saying. Can we all agree that when somebody is excited, we feel excited too? Right? Now, you want to be excited. Transfer of energy is very real, and you want to instill a fear of loss. Hey, I'm sharing with you first because I care about you and I want us to win together, not me first and you win later. All right. So this is these. So for when you call them right before the call to get them on it, all right, these are some elements that you want to have in your speech when you talk to them. Hey, I'm sharing this with you first because I care about you and I want us to win together, not me win first and then you later, right? And then you want to take the pressure off of them. Hey, if this is for you, great. If it's not, it's cool too. Take that pressure off. Okay. And then you want to edify the presenter of the company. This is the last part, the back end of the invite. And I put this in here for it because a lot of times we think our job is done just because we got somebody to say, yeah, I'll be on the call. And then we don't do our text and they don't show up. Or we don't make sure that they know that we're going to be on the call with them by this phone call. And then they don't get on. Your invite, you want to see the invite the whole way through. This is some stuff that a lot of people don't even teach you. I'm going to make sure that you do it every single time because now you're developing rapport and you're developing a culture for your team before they even become part of your team. Does everybody catch that? All right, now. All right, so let's say that I was calling. Hey, Rebecca Middleton. Hey, I'm excited about our call in a few minutes. I want to give you a quick call real quick because I told you I was working on something big. I recently started investing. I got my own business, but I'm sharing this with you first because I care about you and I want us to win together, right? Not me win first and you win second. So if this happens to be for you, that's great. But if it's not, it's okay too. But I just really wanted to let you know, man, thank you for taking your time. But hey, my mentor is going to be leading the call up in a few minutes. And he's going to go over all the information. I'm going to be on here with you as well, and we can talk about it right after. So if you got any other questions, write them down. And then more, we're gonna talk about it later. Does that sound good to you? Cool. So I don't have them tricked, but they also know that I'm on the call with them. Does everybody learn something about that real quick? Why is that so important? All right. This is the reason why it's so important. All right. And I'm gonna end it right here, but this is why it's so important. They're there, your friends, the person you built rapport with, that's a trust that you built with them, right? And so now you got to make sure by you edifying that speaker that you just invited them to, that's the expert. You want to make sure that they have respect for them too. So they have a reason to listen to the expert. They have a reason to listen to the expert. That is all part of the invite. You want to cover all parts of it. You want to cover all parts of the invite. Once you get them there, the whole purpose is to get them there, but build trust on the way to the event, whether it be the event, whether it's an event at a place or a Zoom. You want to make sure that you build that trust quickly and then get them in front of the expert. All right. But make sure that you edify. Hey, they have everything. Edification. And that's going to be on the future call. I'm not going to cover edification tonight. So that being said, I'm gonna pull myself back out of the way. All right. Hopefully everybody got something from this, y'all. Hopefully y'all got something from this. But if you did, go ahead, drop some 777s inside of the chat. All right. I'm going to give it back over to the man who made this all possible tonight, man. I absolutely enjoyed this. I can't wait to see everybody with their success story. All right. So with that being said, put some fire in the chat for my brother, the one and only Jacob Money Making Mickle. Are you on the call, King?
Absolutely, man. Now they don't even put no fire in the chat for me, brother. They put the fire in the chat for you. Y'all keep those fires going for Mr. Gordon Clark, not me. You were the man of the hour, my brother, because it was your night. I just introduced you. That was it, man. But oh my gosh, great training, man. I hope y'all took some screenshots, took some great notes, man, because this is how you're going to build a huge team. You got to know these process. And let me tell you my takeaway. And y'all hear me say it all the time. I do not. Be yourself. Be yourself, man. I don't try to sound like, act like, be like nobody but Jacob. I used to be until my mentor said, hey, man, you are better being Jacob than you are being me. He said, I only can be me. I'm the best that I can be. But you can't be me. You can be better than me by being Jacob. And that's when I got it, ladies and gentlemen. Be yourself. And man, y'all heard me say on a prior call about trying to talk different when you are recruiting or prospecting your friends. They know you wasn't sounding like that last week. And now all of a sudden you got a little bit of knowledge about a business. Now you're gonna sound different. If you used to calling your friends up saying, yo, bro, what's up? Or yo, sis, what's up? What's up, homie? What's the vibe? Man, you need to say, man, I got the new vibe, man. You need to get on it. If that's how you speak to your friends, that's how you got to keep the language going. Now, we're all going to polish up before we get in front of the room. We're all going to clean ourselves up. But when you prospecting and peaking your friend, Mr. Gordon Clark, you nailed it with that. Be yourself, man. And y'all know one of my favorites. You got to be in a hurry. You got to do everything in network marketing with speed. Success, love in business, period. It got to be with speed. You got to be in a hurry. You got to peak fast. You got to get them on the calls. You got to do everything in a hurry. You got to rank up quick. Because the longer it takes, the people's leads start going away. You got to be in a hurry, Mr. Gordon Clark, man. Those two things right there, those are my favorite. I don't recruit slow. I don't talk slow. I don't move slow. I don't do none of that. I'm in a hurry. I tell my kids, get it out. Say what you got to say. Don't be, oh, daddy, no. Baby girl. Tell me where you're trying. Don't go all the way around. We got a highway go all the way around the city called 285. 285 East, 285 West, 285 North, all that. And that cover, I mean, you ride, if you get on 285, it's gonna circle the city. If you don't get off on one of the exits, you'll circle the city 1,000 times. Just about every major city has that type of highway that go all the way around the whole city. But I tell my kids, stop going around 285 and get off the exit. Tell me where you're trying to go. Tell me what you're trying to say. Guys, that's how you got to run your business. And one more thing, I want y'all to look around and look at the chat. Let me see, it was 52 people, including me just a minute ago. Still 52. Love you guys, man, for hanging in there. Here's something I want y'all to look at. Everybody, this is a builder's call, right? If the person that enrolled you, or because some people left, some people gone, we understand. But if the person that enrolls you is still in the company, look and see whether or not they on the call tonight. I mean, I don't know who enrolled who on this. I don't. I might know the people that I personally enrolled, right? But look and see, because they were a builder. They recruited or enrolled you. They invited you to something, but they're not even on the call themselves. Come on, man. Guys, there's a lot of people are curious, but not serious about making money or changing their lives. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. And Mr. Gordon, you just closed out with the 3-way phone call. That is a whole nother, you said it. That's a whole nother training. That's one of the topics all by itself, man. Man, I'm so jacked up right now. So excited, man, to see 52 plus people, including myself, that's on this line. I really do. Y'all don't understand. I do not take this moment in time for granted. I don't. For you guys to stay up 10 o'clock to get fed, to get nurtured. So somebody holding your hand and walking you through this process. But it's gonna take consistency. And you guys have showed that. Now I do. So there's a couple of names. There's some new people on here this week, and I love it. That replaced the 50 that showed up last week. Now, if you come back again next week, and those people come back next week, because there's a couple of people that I don't see, that I know, that I personally recognized last week and know that they were there, but I don't see them out there tonight. And then you got some people, I don't know whether it's intentional or not. I don't personally like it, because if I'm a part of something, I see some Zoom users. I don't know who those people are. Or they might not want to reveal themselves. But guys, if you got somebody like Mr. Gordon Clark, Mr. Gino Thomas, Dr. Benjamin, and Miss Bridget Butler, who are gonna pour their heart out to you, identify yourself, because they need to know that you're on the call. They need to know that you're on the call. So if you're a Zoom user, there's 2 of them out there. See, guys, I pay attention. I mind my business. But if you're a Zoom user, put a name out there, guys. We don't need no secret agents or no secret traders right now. We need secret builders, I should say, on this call. We don't need that. We need you to identify yourself. You come back on the call next week, if you come back, just come back as yourself. Just go in there. If you don't know how to change the name, because I had to learn to, trust me, I had to learn to. Just get somebody to show you how to add your name when you put next screen in the password. Just put your name there. Let somebody know who you are on the call, ladies and gentlemen. And if you want to tell us who you are, if you're not hiding from anybody, there's 2 Zoom users out there. Go ahead and tell us who you are. I'm gonna pause for a minute. Unmute yourself and just tell us who you are, so we'll know who you are. If you want to, if you don't, I'm gonna pause for a couple of seconds, and you can tell us who you are, because somebody want to know who you are on the line.
Corey Washington from Mobile, Alabama.
My man, show yourself next week to us, okay, man? If you don't understand how to do it, call Mr. Clark. I guess he's a part of Mr. Clark's team, because are you a part of Mr. Clark's team?
Actually went to high school with me, man. He's fairly new to the team, but he went to high school with me. He's a great brother. I can't wait.
My man, welcome to the family, my brother, man. Get Mr. Clark to show you how to identify. Because I want to know who everybody is. I really do. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. I'll be glad to have you. Anybody else that's out there? The other user.
I think the other one fell off.
Okay, there's only one showing now, Mr. Clark.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, that person was incognito. Oh. They didn't want us to know who they were. They wanted to listen in on us. Think about it. People come in, use different names and all that stuff, but they don't want you to know that they're part of this and getting the information. They just want to, and what I say, they're curious but not serious. Somebody put some eyeballs up there. Yeah, I think that was Glenn, because he went away as soon as I looked at my phone. But yeah, I'm telling you guys, there's people who want to know what we're doing. And guess what? I'm gonna say like Mr. Deion Sanders said, we ain't hard to find. There's some people who want to know what's going on at 10 o'clock at night, man. I'm telling you, they're on Tuesday night. Let me tell you what I did. I'm gonna say this. Miss Bridget Butler, check your, while I'm talking, check your WhatsApp real quick and put and send me a message back. There's a Telegram link that's out there that I'm in, because there's a guy that I enrolled, and there's some people who left the company. You know, he's gone too. He left a long time ago, not because he joined another company. He just said that it just wasn't for him anymore. When we went to 2.0, he just said it wasn't for him, and you know, all that good stuff. And I still talk to this brother, good guy. But he hadn't shut down his Telegram. And there's some people who did left and went to another company, and they are in that Telegram too. And every time I post this, because every Telegram that I'm in, I post whatever call is coming up. Okay. And every time I post, I'm gonna take a screenshot and send it to Miss Tanny. She got to see this. And every time I post in there, they come behind me, even though they don't have a call tonight. They'll promote their call the next day, and just to be spiteful. But I'm posting my stuff because I still have some people in that Telegram. Okay, and it's funny, man, how people do business. Okay, so I know, Glenn, it's funny, bro. It is funny, but I'm not mad at him. Hold on, let me actually see whether Miss Bridget answered my question. No, she hasn't. Miss Bridget, are you available? Miss Bridget, okay. Okay, but anyway, next week, ladies and gents, next week, Ms. Bridget Butler is going to be training on managing objections, okay? And I'm gonna be totally frank with you guys, man. I know it's gonna be another great training, man. So you don't want to miss that. She'll do a little recap, hear a little stuff we'll go and talk about, hypothetically, like Mr. Clark did tonight, I should say, not Mr. Clark did tonight. And that's what we're going to do, guys. So I hope you guys are really, like Mr. Clark said, hope you guys are getting some good nuggets out of this, man. Put some fire in the chat real quick just to make sure you guys are still up, because I'm getting ready to end this call. I just want to make sure you guys are still up with us, because we're definitely going to try to get off this call every Tuesday night between 10:45 and 11 o'clock, okay? But I just wanted to make sure that Mr. Clark, that y'all got something out of Mr. Clark call tonight, man. I felt it in my spirit that this brother just laid this thing out. He kept it simple. He just blew it out of the water. And I want to say this in closing, ladies and gentlemen, while y'all still putting fires in the chat. I am very, 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 that's three very, proud of the Houston team for the great job that you guys did over in Houston. Okay, somebody's moving some stuff around. I don't know who it is. Maybe that Miss Tanny, because she got some control out there of Mr. Gordon Clark. But I am very proud of the Houston team, and you guys really did an awesome job. So keep doing what you're doing, guys, because you got to step up and represent in your city. That's what Mr. Clark was talking about. You got to invite, you got to keep stuff going. Remember, your first meeting should be your smallest meeting. And you learn from what you didn't do in your first meeting to make your second meeting the better meeting. Your third meeting should be your best meeting that you had, and it should keep growing. So don't y'all should already set a date next one, and that should be no more than 2 to 3 weeks out, ladies and gentlemen. Just like we went up to Baltimore, their calendar was already laid out. April 1, those guys already know what they're doing in that DMV area. But you guys in Houston, hopefully you guys can get back on the call. Don't slack up, ladies and gentlemen. Get back on the call this week Tomorrow's Wednesday. Schedule another call and schedule your next meeting. You know, a couple of weeks from now. Maybe it's the 1st of April. Get something small. Use the library. You don't have to spend a lot of money, you know, until you grow up where now people can spend the money to, you know, to support. You got enough teammates to support the meeting, you know, wherever you're going to be meeting. Find a little back of a restaurant or something. Y'all got to think, think something inexpensive right now that you can put 15 to 20 people in, something small. Because and I heard Miss Lynn Chandler and her group and the other people who came over from the Texas market. Thank you guys for that supporting that Houston event. That was awesome, 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 awesome. I think that's pretty much it. One more big thing, ladies and gentlemen. You see this energy that we had here tonight. Guys, you are builders. You are builders. Why aren't you plugging in consistently to the 8 o'clock call? You got to plug into consistently to the 8 o'clock call, ladies and gentlemen. The presenters need your energy. I think tomorrow's Wednesday. Mr. Gordon Clark is back up. I hope I'm not out of order here, but I think that's his day. But ladies and gentlemen, let's keep this same energy going on the 8 o'clock call. Because remember, you might not have a guest, but the person that does need to see the number. They need to see the numbers, ladies and gentlemen. We can't be doing 25 and 30 and 17 and 18. That's not consistent. You got to stay consistent on your business because everybody don't know how to present yet. But you should be on there taking notes of learning from different presenters. Get a little bit from Mr. Clark, get a little bit from Ms. Bridget, get a little bit from Mr. Dr. Benjamin, get a little bit from Mr. Thomas. Get a little bit from each one of those people so now you can develop your flow. And you get a copy of the presentation. If you don't have it, put I got to tell Ms. Lynch, I don't know whether she did or not. I sent it to her. She got to put this in the back office so everybody can have this PowerPoint. So you can have it and start using it. And I'll make sure I got a call with her tonight after this call. But make sure you can start using it, ladies and gentlemen. I know I'm going a little long, but y'all know I ain't talked to y'all in a while, man. Show me some love. Show me some love. I don't know whether y'all ever saw that episode of Martin and Tommy Davidson. And Tommy Davidson had a talk show, and every time he would come back, he would say, "Did you miss me?" so that's where I'm at right now, right? I miss you guys for real. So that's pretty much it. But let's use this same energy that y'all bring on this Tuesday night call to get fed. Let's use that same energy to support all of these calls. And, especially the 11 o'clock training calls, everything that we have on the schedule, guys. If you're not busy, just log in on the call. Show your face and introduce yourself just for the energy. We need the energy, ladies, to help us max out the 8 o'clock call. We gotta have it. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. So can we just all agree? I put some fire in the chat one more time for me before I tell you I love you and nothing you can do about it. Can you put some more fire in the chat and say that we're gonna start supporting the 11 o'clock call more and these 8 o'clock calls? And I know you guys gonna show up for this Tuesday night because you're here and you've been here. I just need some fire in the chat, guys. Please support the 8 o'clock calls and the 11 o'clock call. Okay? All right? So with that being said, man, like I said, I miss you guys. I love you guys. Ain't nothing you can do about it. That's right, Ms. Leah Anderson. I know you over there smiling on with a smile on your face. I know you do. But man, guys, we're on to something. We are right now, man, working on something that's really gonna help this whole company. We got 3 things that we're working on. And we're getting ready to blow this thing out of the water, man. We're getting ready to blow this thing out of the water. And we're going to show you guys how much we really appreciate you guys. We really do. And don't forget, the 25th is coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, it got to be the biggest Zoom that we have seen in a while. We got a link that's going to be holding 1,000 people on the 25th. It's going to be the same lineup. Mr. Clark, all you got to do is change the date on that. Keep everything the main thing, if you don't mind for me, my brother. Change the date to the 25th. and shoot me a copy of it. I'm gonna keep that same lineup, okay? And then we're gonna roll with it again on the 25th, and we're gonna have the biggest Zoom we had in 2.0, which is started in 2022, and we're gonna blow this thing out of the water. That means we need the 10x this thing, okay? So with that being said, man, I love you guys, man. Ain't nothing you can do about it. That's right, Mr. Monique Love, man. I love the things that you're doing out there in Houston market. We appreciate your energy and your support and all that good stuff. So with that being said, family, tomorrow at 11 o'clock, I hear you on the 11 o'clock call. So y'all have a good night. And thank you guys. Thank you, Mr. Clark, for doing such an amazing job on this Tuesday night. And with that being said, God bless. Good night. I'll see all you guys and see you guys on the call tomorrow morning. Good.
Thank you, Mr.
Good night.
McCall.
Yeah, that's right. Wait a minute. Open up my line, please. So I can hear from my people.
Thank you,
Open
Mr.
it.
Thank you, Mr.
Open.
McCall. Thank
Mr.
you.
Good morning. God bless you,
Thank
Leopold.
you.
Awesome
Thank
training.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. All right, you guys have a good night.
Great call.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.